Alright, we're recording.
Good morning, afternoon, and good evening, everyone. This is Combo number 2. I'm Tom Flores.
I'm Travis Baker.
And today we'll be talking about
A History of Marriage Equality, Part 1. Coming soon, Part 2, The Rainbow Rises. Then Part 3, The Revenge of Trump and Pence. And then Part 4, The Second American Revolution.
Loving. Now, this movie is based off the actual Supreme Court case that happened in '67, Loving versus the state of Virginia, over the fact that Virginia prosecuted them and arrested them due to the fact that it was an interracial marriage. Now, I saw the trailer for this movie, I'd say late spring, and I sent it to you, Travis.
Yeah.
And I was just totally ready for it, floored, gung-ho, ready to go, because, first of all, the trailer was phenomenal. I love trailers.
It looked like a trailer for
trailers.
a real movie.
Yeah.
Not just, here's a historical event to happen, and we're going to show you all the speechifying moments to show you how important this movie is. No, it looked like a movie.
Yeah.
It looked like a really good movie. And this was a really good movie.
And it was really good. What Travis was telling me as we're leaving the theater, it was nicely paced. It was slow, but not painfully so. It was just perfectly paced out for a film. Honestly,
apparently you said to me this is this is less than 2 hours long.
Yeah, about that.
It did not feel that way.
But it didn't.
I didn't check my watch once, but I thought I'm gonna check my watch. The movie finally started around 7:00 because
there was a lot of trailers.
There's a lot of trailers for like this kind of. Yeah, there's so many there's more trailers than I think we saw for Doctor Strange. And I thought, okay.
Which is interesting because this is an indie film. Really?
Yeah, indie-ish, yeah. Yeah, so I thought, I'm going to check my watch. It's going to be 10 o'clock because the movie started around 7. No, it was like 8:50 something when we got out.
Yeah.
This is another case like Deepwater Horizon where the movie is so short, but it doesn't feel very short at all.
Yeah, the performances were phenomenal. Joel Edgerton, Ruth Negga.
Joel Edgerton.
Oh, yeah.
So
it was good to see him in such a different light almost. The fact that he played such a... I'm not saying the man he played was dumb or not intelligent, but it was just more of a very simple man.
There was a
very simple blue-collar man.
It didn't say anything, like... It didn't say what his deal was. I don't know if the man was slightly autistic.
No, I think what it came down to is he was a guy who knew high school wasn't for him, college wasn't for him. I'm good at building stuff. I'm a blue-collar man, so I'll just be a construction worker. Honest, hard work, honest pay, honest work kind of thing. And that's what I liked about seeing Joel Edgerton in this. He was playing a simple character. Because there's a lot of people around there who just, you work and that's it. There's nothing wrong with it. And that's what I liked about it.
And I saw when I saw the trailer, the lead actress in this, I don't know if I think this is probably the biggest role she's had in her career. Her name is Ruth Negga. And the first thing I thought was, hey, that's that one girl from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Is the girl in the flower dress who later got like porcupine spines on her face.
And she carried the movie really well because she was really more the focus, even though it was about the couple. She was the one who pushed for getting their case.
I didn't see her Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. character at all in this show. Like I didn't
see her Preacher character at all either.
That's right. You said she's on Preacher.
She's on Preacher too, and I didn't see
Preacher. But
I didn't see her character at all. It was completely different, and that's what was really good. It was refreshing. It was believable, and
I didn't see Joel Edgerton at all either.
And when I read more about them, they're playing a 17-year-old and 23-year-old. She's 17, he's 23, and I saw that 17-year-old quality. You could see it at the very beginning. But she grew up, she matured. But at the very beginning of the film, you see that 17-year-old girl. Now it's like, damn, this woman's almost like about in her 30s. That was perfect.
This is the best. Again, I'm not that big of a fan of biopics because I've seen so many like schmaltzy, pretentious ones.
Right.
That just assume that, oh, you're gonna like this movie because this is a historical event that was significant, a milestone in something, and you're supposed to appreciate it because of that. And this movie didn't treat me like that. This movie treated me like I just wanted to watch a drama.
Yeah.
Like I just wanted to watch a motion picture drama.
That happened to be factual.
And I think I wonder how the concept of this movie came about. The director is Jeff Nichols. I haven't seen any of Jeff Nichols' work, but you can tell when you look at like a listed filmography. He's one of those directors that writes and directs solely every one of his films. And the film he did before, which earlier this year, was called Midnight Special, which is supposed to be some revisionist take on a boy with superpowers. Michael Shannon was in it. And every time I looked at the trailers, I thought, this was someone's passion project. This is an original concept that he was allowed to make come to life. And I kind of wonder if this is just a story Jeff Nichols wanted to tell. Because, again, written and directed by Jeff Nichols.
It does feel personal, because it is a personal story, but it does feel personal overall, because they really do focus on the characters' chemistry with each other, from the leads to the supporting to the background to the extras. Everyone's really, they're all intertwined. And it's not that everyone gets their own story, but everyone gets a moment to interact with other people, to bounce off each other. Especially like the kids growing up, you really get they get some screen time, which is really interesting. And so that's why it does, like Travis is saying, it's personal, and you can feel it. This is it
didn't feel like he read a biography, because apparently this is an original screenplay. Like, I didn't see anything that said based on a book. No. There was none of that. No. So I'm sure it was just based off a court case. Yeah. So it's an original screenplay, which is good in that it didn't feel like, I mean, original screenplay could do this too if you do it wrong.
Right.
But what made this work well for me is it didn't feel like it was hitting a checklist. Like, all right, we got to do this. Then we're going to show this event because that's what happened. Then we got to show this event because that's what happened. And then we got to show this. And then we got to show it in the chronological order to chronicle this person's life. It didn't feel like that. It felt like a movie. It felt like a structured story, a structured character-driven story.
Right.
And that someone actually wanted to make this movie, and not just, hey, studio's paying me a bunch of money because they got the rights to this story. Let's shoot a picture.
And what's also interesting too, because we've said this about a couple of films that we just saw, mostly Doctor Strange, to be a good example, is that the passage of time in this one, we didn't feel like we needed more of that, because this film takes place a little over 10 years, really.
I could feel the passage of time better in this
we didn't need extra scenes. Like in Doctor Strange, we said we needed scenes to be able to to really see the passage of time. And in the movie for Doctor Strange, that was months. For this is a little over a decade that passes.
Maybe a couple of years for Doctor Strange. Like, you couldn't tell.
But in this movie, it's a little over a decade that passes, and we didn't feel like those scenes to show us
less
more.
than a decade. I think it was like...
No, because he said 10 years. So
it's 10 years.
So it's a little over, yeah.
So it ended in like 1968?
The case was 67. So this started more in the late 50s then. But it's the fact that...
Well, I knew that the movie started in 1958.
58. So it's a little under the decade then, around a decade.
But you see his kid's age, so you know time has passed.
The way they filmed it, we felt the passage of time without needing more, and that was great. That was great about it. I felt like, okay, we can tell time is passing, the kids are growing. You can see they're aging a little bit of slight gray hair. The character Myrtle that Ruth Negga plays, her mom, you see she's old. You hear quickly a doctor's appointment, her sister gets pregnant. You can see actually Joel Edgerton's character Richard loving his mom.
Yeah.
So so that's what was nice. It was really a satisfying movie. I can't think of a single nitpick even.
Yeah, you could tell that a director wrote this because it showed you and told you the bare minimum.
And what needed to be.
It didn't have like the grand speech moment where it's
like, those characters didn't give it.
I'm going to tell you, like, this is what this movie is about because this is an important thing. That it didn't have that because it didn't need that. In fact, a lot of things it told us in the film were just done visually. Like, that's how you can tell a filmmaker made this.
Yeah.
Not just a screenwriter that's looking for a check. No, like a filmmaker that wanted to make a movie and was merely just drawing out the blueprint for a movie, which is essentially what a script is, according to a director.
And going to the supporting actors, Martin Kasakis, I believe I'm saying his name right, he played the sheriff who arrests them twice. And I really liked his character because this is another form of evil that's not your stereotypical, hate.
Lawful evil.
But also, too, he reminded me of the character that... it was in Schindler's List. Ralph Fiennes played him. It was the...
Really?
No, because this is an evil that I don't give energy of like, oh, I hate you. It's more just like that. this is wasting my time right now. I don't like you, but you're getting in my way right now of what I really want to do. It's like that evil that's not the stereotypical movie evil or evil where it's like I believe what I'm doing is right. It's that evil that sees the person that they hate not with hate, but just like I just don't see you as a person, a human being.
Okay.
And it's that evil that because for example the scene you see it in the trailer where he tells Joel Edgerton to bring his wife out here. He does it where he's just like it's hot out here. Just get her out of here, man. Get her out here because I want to go home. Like you're a nuisance right now. You're nothing where you're not a part of my plan. I felt like you know what I mean. Like it's a different type of evil.
Yeah, I'm still hung on the
Ralph Fiennes.
Ralph Fiennes Schindler because I always felt that Ralph Fiennes' character in Schindler's List. Yeah, there was that as you said, but you still also got the sense that the guy was a little crazy.
He was crazy evil, but like in his first scene in Schindler's List. While the chauffeur's telling him where all the Jews are located in which district, which block, and the first
one on top of it's fucking freezing.
Yeah, that's his first thing. So it's that kind of evil that I don't care evil.
Yeah,
that's why that's the evil that I think is really hard to play because you got to play it with not like a this is my plan, fuck you. No, it's more of like a.
Yeah, there was some good restraint. I will give you that.
That's why I liked it. That's why it was when I saw that I'm like, oh, we're gonna get that. Little bit of a more smaller dose, obviously, because he's not in the film that much.
It didn't knock you over the head with
but it was that
with his character.
Was that evil that really does exist. That's the evil that you got to look out for. That's evil.
Yeah. Even with the accents. Because sometimes. I will admit, there's a few moments where I couldn't tell what people were saying, and you even leaned over and asked me what a person said. Except that time I understood it. But it wasn't overdone. It wasn't like, we're in the South today. Or it's
calm.
I do declare. No, it's just this is how the people talk.
And also to Michael Shannon.
Yeah, Michael Shannon.
He was kind of a little dorky almost.
It's a Jeff Nichols film. You got to get Michael Shannon in there
the way
somewhere.
He acted was just like, hi, how are you? No, I'm here to photograph. That's what I love. But he had a little almost slight dorkiness to it, which was interesting because even Richard Loving's looking at him like, what the. You are not from around here.
Well, he's like camera shy too.
But like just the way he was acting, it was a nice refresher for the family, and it was great. And for a very serious subject movie, funny moments. There's some funny moments.
There's a couple funny moments.
There's some really funny moments.
And was this movie rated R?
I believe so.
Why?
I thought PG-13. I think PG-13.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I just realized I don't think there was any cursing.
They didn't even see the N-bomb.
No, they did. They did. They said
the.
I don't know if they said the ER.
Oh, they said GA.
Yeah.
Okay.
They said GA, but they didn't say G. I don't know if they said GER. I think they might have. They might have said that once, but I don't think that'd be enough to give you an.
I didn't catch that.
R rating because they didn't drop any like. They didn't say fuck. They didn't say shit. They didn't say any of that, which is good. Like they didn't. Like he didn't.
They knew it was needed.
Yeah, it wasn't needed. You didn't need to say any of that stuff. Also, like, you brought up Michael Shannon. Of course, I'm thinking of the scene where he's taking the picture, and he's lying on her lap in the couch, and
because that's an iconic Lifetime picture.
Yeah, and that was an actual photograph.
They show the actual footage that they mimicked in the film at the very end of the film. That's what Lifetime published.
And yeah, there's something about them recreating that moment on screen. It's like I have a girl. Well, I've had Denise on the show. She's my girlfriend, and I've done that with her watching a film where I just lie in her lap, and there's something very youthful. There's something very youthful and organic about their chemistry. Like you don't even realize it's chemistry because it's just so real. It's so natural. It's just like this is a date.
It's a good date movie. Yeah.
It's a good date movie.
Maybe not a first date. Maybe not, depending on the people.
Although apparently the gay couple sitting behind us, apparently they walked out for some reason.
Yeah, I'm surprised people actually walked out on this. It was really good.
Maybe it got too real.
No.
I don't know. But it just like some movies you watch like romantic relationships and it goes through the motions and
the stock stereotype emotions
or just like maybe not this something about the relationships. I don't know. It feels like I don't know. It just felt so. There's something very real, like something I could really connect to, and these people are married. these people were married, like, okay, not legally, depending on where they were, but they were married and they had kids. And even after they had kids, I still saw elements of their relationship that I feel with my current girlfriend, and we're both still in college and we're both still living at our parents' house. So we haven't gone that far as these characters have, and I still felt that, you know, the little youthful, precious moments, like even the way they touch each other, the way they hold their arm around each other and they kiss casually. It's just,
It was really well acted, yeah.
It's so well acted,
yeah.
so well directed. It's those little things that I go back to before, and why this felt like the guy just wanted to tell a story about real people. And when I mean real people, I don't just mean, oh, they were actual people, but people that feel real in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, he wanted to tell a realistic character story about a couple.
Something that actually happened.
A couple in a loving, pun intended, relationship.
And something that also, too, in your history classes, that gets overlooked when you read about the civil rights movement. You know,
yeah, they don't.
This was really a small.
It's kind of like a paragraph, like, oh yeah, by the way, they also overturned interracial marriage.
And this was literally a small blip in that big movement.
Well, for one thing, it's a very appropriate movie to show in class, not just like because of context, but also because of, you know, it's not R-rated. It doesn't have any things that would make parents go into tizzy. And it's a very well done movie. You don't feel like you're getting nerfed.
It's good to see a different story from such a big movement in our country's history. Mm-hmm. That's why it's a really good film, especially to see right now while it's still out.
Yeah.
Definitely good for the holidays, and I think it's a good movie for our time right now. It's really good, just to remind us that who gives a shit, as long as it's consensual, who cares?
Who in the state of Virginia gets harmed by interracial marriage?
Yeah, and what's nice about it when they're doing the Supreme Court scene, they use the actual recordings of the judges mixed in with the actor.
And they didn't show their faces. No, they blurred them. Yeah, that was
because they knew what they needed. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a minimalistic film, very minimal what they needed.
Yeah, they didn't flaunt its 60s-ness.
No.
Even the civil rights stuff, it was very
background.
Very background and only shown when it needed to be. You saw the clips of the March on Washington, but it's not. You didn't feel like you were caught up in this civil rights mania. No, it's just background, and it was there as a means to motivate Ruth Nega's character to call up the ACLU.
You bring that, it shows that not everyone was on the front lines of that.
No.
Some people were too far away too caught up doing something else where they wanted that, but they just couldn't get to the front lines, so there's other ways that happen. We might see more of these type of stories, regardless if it's civil rights movement or any other big thing that happened.
Yeah.
Where it's not the big thing that we all know in our history classes from the news, but the small little things that happen as well that were a part of the movement that did help everyone. And that's what this movie did. It gave someone their story, their voice basically, when the focus was on the front lines. Because this wasn't a part of the front lines.
Yeah.
That's why it was good.
Actually, it's interesting. Are there any like other biopic movies coming out? Like Clint Eastwood had his with Sully.
Jackie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's another biopic.
I didn't see a trailer. I haven't seen.
Oh, it's good. I'm looking to see that. I'm looking forward to seeing that movie.
Okay.
So check out the trailer, Jackie. Natalie
I feel
Portman.
like all the movies, like we keep seeing the trailers for Collateral Beauty, of which I think looks pretentious, and I'm not. Like that's a movie. I'll wait for the reviews on that one. Manchester by the Sea. I don't know.
Rogue One.
Yeah, we didn't see a trailer for Rogue One. We saw a trailer for Passengers.
I'm looking forward to that. That looks interesting. Still looks interesting. But yeah, so overall from this movie here, from comment number 2, go see it. It's worth it.
Yeah.
And see it with your significant other. Take them.
Yeah.
It's a good date movie.
It's a good date movie.
I don't know if me personally, I don't know about a first date, but it's a good date movie.
Yeah, unless your soon-to-be girlfriend is really brainy or into this history stuff.
So overall, good. Now, classic. Does it have that chance? I don't know.
It's an issue with biopics because it's like they kind of get relegated into like this ghetto, no pun intended, this ghetto of like movies to show your history class.
Oh, it's in that. It's thrown in that section.
For visual learning. I feel like a lot of them.
Like that Tommy Lee Jones Independence movie. The War for Independence movie? Like that, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I forgot the title, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like that feeling.
They often get relegated to that. And there are a few movies that I feel like reach that. Like JFK might be one of them because it's Oliver Stone.
True.
And it's Oliver Stone.
So it may not reach classic, but it will be remembered as a good movie.
It'd be a good entry on this filmmaker's filmography. I don't think it doesn't seem like he's quite made that big career-defining film yet.
I think from what I heard,
he's on his way there, though.
I think if anything, it would have been a Midnight Special from what just the critics were saying. That was the thing that popped out for the year.
Yeah, and I haven't seen that, and I don't really know a lot of people that have seen that.
We'll see during the awards race because the Oscar season, Golden Globes, are about to kick in really soon. You know, the nominations are about to come out very soon. So
yeah, I didn't see this as like.
It could.
Yeah,
maybe for original screenplay.
Maybe.
But
I wouldn't be surprised though if it doesn't get in because it doesn't have that Oscar babiness to it. But there's the SAG, which is actually a good thing.
But there's still SAG and Golden Globes, so we got a chance.
Yeah.
So overall, like we said, go see this movie. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get your money's worth and more.
Yeah.
So, I'm Tom Flores.
I'm Travis Baker.
Once again, this is comment number 2. Thank you for joining us. Catch you next time.
Bye.